Hello, I'm Coach Sarah, and today I'm going to be explaining what we call our back pocket games or skills that you can use when you have a timing issue or have extra time and you need to regain the kids' attention or their engagement in that activity, or change it up completely and try something new for that last little couple minutes with the kids. This is items that you can have in the back of your brain or memorize that either have no setup at all or very minimal and be quickly thrown onto the putting green or during the chipping or whatever activity you have, just to keep those kids engaged and having fun throughout the time. Of course, one of the easiest ways to do it is you, the coach, get involved with it, have a coach challenge versus the kids, or create a new point system within that game you already have. Change it up a little bit, it sparks the interest and keeps them engaged. In relation to our back pocket games, all of our lesson plans for each of the activity on that lesson plan will already have a modification for specifically to that activity or game. It will be down at the bottom of each game. However, what I will be explaining here shortly are games that can be in the back of our mind that you can either manipulate or try something completely new. But just remember, there are modifications already provided on each lesson plan. Some of our back pocket games that can be used during putting is knockout. We all know this one with the lines where the closest person to the line is safe. The one that's farthest from it is knocked out. However, a quick, easy way to do it is quickly throw down cones as the starting position. That's where the kids will be putting from. And put another set of cones down, and there's an imaginary line that they're going to be putting to. And that is a quick way to quickly set up knockout on the fly. They really love this game, and so it's super easy to set it up that way. A second quick back pocket game for our putting. Got a bag of tees in our bin, grab it quick and just put a couple tees around a hole. We call this around the world. You'll take it, it can be any distance, quickly have it set up, or quickly give a handful to the kids and have them set it up around a hole and have them putt from around the world for a quick putting skill activity. Our last putting activity is going to be putting golf. And so that is like basketball horse. You're gonna pair up the kids and coach is gonna pick a position to what hole they're going to putt to. Farthest away from it gets the letter G. Or you can have it to whoever makes it into the hole in the least amount of strokes does not get that letter. So if I had 3, but my partner had 4, they would have gotten that letter G. Those are our back pocket putting games, or you can always ask the kids if they got a game that they want to try out. For our back pocket games in relation to chipping activities, you of course can take any putting activity if it is able to turn it into chipping. So here I have tic-tac-toe putting set up with 2 hitting stations. The easiest way to do it is just quickly move those stations out onto the fringe. And of course move that safety cone away and move the balls back, and now you turned a putting game into a chipping game. Another way to have the kids re-engage into a chipping activity, you of course can do a coach's closest to pin, or you can have them paired up to a closest to pin chipping contest. You can also turn that into a form of the putting golf, where the closest to the pin does not get a letter, the one that's farthest does. And then another way to re-engage the kids into the activity you already are playing, you can quickly throw down a noodle underneath their feet. And so you keep playing that same game, however, you can change the lie of their feet position. So as you can see, if I put my toes on the noodle, I now have an uphill lie of my feet, changing the way I will be hitting the ball. And then you will ask them to put their heels on the noodle when they're swinging, creating a downhill lie. That is a couple ways to do some different variations or modifications for our chipping. Back pockets always going to be in our head, or of course ask the kids if they have anything that they're going to want to manipulate between the game that there already is. For our back pocket games relating to our driving skill, this of course can be a challenge versus the coach. Have them show some trick shots or something to quickly re-engage their mind. Have them take a little break because maybe they were bored. But of course, you can create contests. You can have a longest drive contest. You can see who can hit it farthest to the left. You can see who can farthest hit it to the right, or who can hit a chip shot the highest right there on the range. You do not need to always focus on the longest shots when you're down at the driving range. You can, of course, create new games, pick targets, who can hit that target, who can hit that flag, anything like that. Try to keep them engaged, change it up. Maybe you do need to take a break and talk about some things relating to the club, whatever you need to do to re-engage them, and then change the game when you're down at the driving range for our back pocket games.